Live
I
and
like,
live.
I'm happy to be here, and I like that. I feel like through our podcast and live stream, Sway, we just get to see your entire sunglass collection, which I'm still realizing I have not seen the end of yet. You've just got a
Uh,
new pair of glasses for basically every occasion.
well, these are pretty old ones. These are my Warby Parker glasses. Probably the most expensive ones I have in my collection. Cost me like $100, but it's lasted me for like three, 4 years. So
Typically, the most expensive sunglasses are the ones you lose the fastest. At least that's been my experience.
that's why I was very hesitant. Like, man, should I buy? Like, I was just caught up with the emotion. Like, it's Warby Parker, and like I already had. Well, before getting LASIK, I used to wear glasses just like you every single
What?
day. So yeah.
This is news to me.
Oh yeah, you didn't know? Yeah, yeah. So there's
No.
more glasses out there that I have that I don't use anymore. So Warby Parker was my go-to for my day-to-day glasses to solve for my myopic vision. So, but
Good
now
brand,
I'm
dude. Cool
2020, man.
glasses.
Yeah,
That's crazy. How long ago did you get LASIK?
about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I think
And
right
it's
before we
like
met. Yeah.
it it changes over time, right? So like you get it, and then I had a buddy who had it, and he's like, they said over time like it would kind of revert back. Is yours still, sounds like you're still 2020 sharp as can be?
Um, I mean, I wouldn't say super sharp, but good enough to drive without glasses.
Yeah,
So,
that's the goal.
yeah, I mean, the age, the degradation of vision is inevitable. So I give it a good 10, 15 years, with okay vision before I revert to either
Yep.
myopic or the other, was it nearsighted, farsighted? Always confuse the two.
Yeah, we're also
Yeah,
in the line of work where you stare at screens a lot,
I
so
know,
that
man.
doesn't help.
Our boy Huberman is always like, it's a good idea to exercise your eye muscles, look off to the distance, and just like, I don't do that. I'm like, everything is like right here. I got 3 screens. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. And I don't wear like Blu-ray, not Blu-ray. It was like was a blue light?
Blue blocker.
Yeah, whatever. Blue balls, blue blocker, Blu-ray protection. You know, whatever.
What are
You know.
blue ball glasses? That's
Blue
the
ball
thing.
glasses. Somebody generate an image of that, please. I would like to see
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that could be a thing.
Yeah. But yeah, LASIK is probably like one of the best investments I've ever made in my entire life, because I end up getting it. Then my wife, who had worse vision, she was like -4, -5. I was like -1.2 for like a good couple of years.
That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like the best decision of our lives, and it only takes 1 day to recover from it. So
Crazy.
yeah, go to
Modern
Miami
technology,
and
man.
get your surgery, your LASIK surgery.
Dude, I'm all about my wife and I talk about we went to Istanbul last year, and it was absolutely crazy, but like the medical tourism is a big thing over there, like they're famous for like hair transplants or whatever, but like you can go over there and get like full DEX scans, like LASIK, whatever it is, at just like a fraction of the cost that you would here in the States. Plus you get to hang out in Istanbul, which is like, dude, one of my favorite cities I've ever been to. It was magical. It reminded me of New York, but it was like ancient at the same time. But it had that same sort of density and that same sort of just like energy.
Cool.
But I'm totally down to go back to Istanbul and hang out for a long time. So
Yeah,
maybe
dude.
that's
So
another option for people.
yeah, so I've heard. I actually learned that. So funny, this week I was. Oh, I feel like I always say that. Like this week, but I did. I was watching a couple of videos. Turns out you can get very cheap, like leg extensions where you can get like a couple of inches taller there as
Yeah.
well. So I was like, hey, I might go over there and just add a couple of inches. Like, why not?
Dude, I just watched another movie that talked about that, Materialist. That's actually kind of a plot line in the story But yeah, dude, that shit is crazy. It's like, hey, we'll just add a couple inches to you. I want to go over there and get the old stem cells, bro. These old
Yeah, dude.
knees, get them you know, refurbished a little bit. So
Yeah, dude. Well, in the meantime, start walking backwards. I heard that's good for the knees. Um, Great, man. We got so much to talk about today, and I, I feel like 10 things happened after the last time we chatted. You know,
yeah,
last live stream and audio stream that we have on Fridays. We were talking about um, Google Gemini 3 and all the
yep,
cool things you could vibe code with and all the cool stuff that people were doing out there, which is a little bit outside of our realm, but stuff that you and I still pay attention to because, as most of the people listening here know, like it's pretty popular now for you to build your own tools. So Johnny and I, we build our own internal tools that helps us, just automate and scale and just, work efficiently. And
yep,
Gemini 3 is definitely something I've been playing with. But now we have like tools like Nano Banana Pro. We were talking a little bit about that
yep.
on Friday. Did you have a chance to play with it?
I did. Yeah, dude, did some of our refinement to our sort of claymation world we are building, which is really fun, and we have yet to like fully unveil. Played with it on that, used it on some client projects we're working on. We've mentioned in the past, like Dun Lumber is a client of ours, and we're kind of like taking this mascot from like the 20s and really bringing it to life. Just like silly little applications right now, like birthday cards or Christmas cards. So we just knocked out
Yeah,
some Christmas cards for them. Definitely leveraged Nano Banana Pro. It's so good for like
so
a
great.
style transfer, right? And it's really we found that like the way we were achieving that before was like training up these custom auras and kind of doing that, which is still very useful if you have like, right, you want to do like image to style or various applications. But so much of like these little one-off pieces, like we can handle with like Nano Banana Pro now in a really cool way. Yeah, dude, that's been an absolute game changer. We've got some fun stuff we'll kind of get into today, kind of leveraging it. But as we were saying, man, like Google took over the game last week. It felt like they really just like jumped ahead with Nano Banana Pro, with like all the new kind of studio updates they released. We were talking to our buddy on the Spaces. Oh man, it's what's his name? Foundation. I forget his name, but he's part of like the creator program with Google, so he's had access to this stuff for a little while. And one of the things I thought was really fascinating was he's saying that like the way Google is developing this stuff, it's actually like API first. So you actually, if you're using Nano Banana Pro through like one of these other software platforms, like it's integrated into Adobe now. It's in Runway, which I know you've been using, Sway. I've been using it in Fuser. But you can actually do 4K generations there, but you can't do it
Crazy.
in Google Studio because their approach is like they want to be API first. So they actually put more emphasis on the models that are integrated via API to all these other platforms, which I thought was like a really interesting tidbit and good to know because I actually like I don't work out of Google's native tools. We're using the models and basically all of these
Mhm.
other tools that we're comfortable with and we use all the time. Um, so it's good to know we're actually getting like the good stuff over there. We're not missing out on certain things, just not being in Google's sort of native studio.
Yeah. Yeah, we stick to the what they call it, the aggregators. So using tools like
Yep.
Runway, Kriya,
Yep.
Leonardo, and all those Adobe, all those have been fun to explore because each one offers something different. And although they all kind of point to the same models, the stuff that they build on top of them is really neat and worth exploring. And before we get deep into the tool talks, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, I would love to first spotlight some artists, things that you've discovered, that I've discovered, through the endless scrolling of Instagram and X and infinite viewing on YouTube. Um,
The infinite scroll.
The infinite scrolls. Did you find anything interesting worth sharing with us?
I did, dude. Let me pull this up. Share my screen here. Hop over. You have my Safari now?
Yeah. Hey, what am I doing there?
So, I mean, can we just let's talk about this real quick, Sway.
We're already there.
Chia Sway. It was in my likes. I didn't plan on. I don't know if I'm burying your lead here, and you wanted to share this, but it was.
I go with the flow.
Dude, it's too good. What did you use to create this?
Okay, so I used Sora. So I finally caved.
Cool.
I said it. I knew I was gonna do it. I just didn't know when. I regret not hopping on the the trend when it first dropped. I mean, I don't know. I'll never know. I mean, I just knew that I wanted to wait, and usually I have this methodology where, like, when everyone is going one way, go the other way. So I'm like, I'm not gonna follow everyone. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader.
They zig, you zag.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, now it's time. No one's really doing it. I was actually inspired by Gary V. Gary V finally hopped on the Sora train, and he was encouraging people. It was like, hey, my cameo dropped. You can collab cameo with me. Let's do some stuff. I'm like, you know what? He's doing it. This guy is kind of like a social media prophet. He sees things happen. I'm like, yeah, let me give it a shot. So I started doing that, and I came up with a couple of ideas before this Chia commercial, and this going back to this, it was inspired by, like, I was just watching YouTube, looking at some old, like, 80s, early 2000s commercials, and the Chia seed product popped. I'm like, yeah, I remember watching this endlessly when I was a kid. I'm like, what if I do one of myself? And it's several iterations. And what I did here was, and I'll upload the actual video for us to see and hear. And what I did was, I generated, I kind of just did a stream of conscious type of, like, script, and then I went back and forth with the I think it was with Grok, and I wanted a specific format, because you can select between either having a 10 second cap or a 15-second cap. So I wanted, like, I don't know if this one was 15 seconds, but I knew that I wanted this in portrait mode, 15 seconds. So I had to create a script within those confines. And I really wanted to give it that, like, retro VHS vibes, like quick cut, give me, the 100 number. And I knew I wasn't going to get the jingle, but I'm like, okay. But this one, actually, the one that I uploaded, where I end up montaging, grabbing two different clips, pieces from different clips, and adding a little jingle on top of it. So I'm going to share right now, so you can stop sharing for everyone to see.
Yeah, let me stop.
Ball no more. It's Chia Sway.
Just spread.
Watch the magic grow.
Hydrate me, baby.
From chrome to lawn. Order now. Operator standing by.
Looking fresh, huh? Ooh, wink.
Call the number on your screen.
Chia.
Dude, so good. I like that you say wink instead of winking.
I like wink, and then I wink. That
wink.
was funny.
So good.
Funny.
Yeah, dude, I noticed too that, like, you got the watermark out of there. I didn't see the watermark, so that's why I was like, oh, maybe it's not Sora, but it's probably because you cut two pieces together.
There's tools out there that, thanks to the community, because I was asking around, like, what are the tools that you guys use to remove the Sora watermark? And I was pointed to several, like, sites where you can do that. Unfortunately, some of these sites you get, they want to charge you at the end, so you only get, like, free. 2 free, runs. And funny, because this morning I was trying to, like, build one on Gemini. I was like, okay, I want to build my own Sora watermark removal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect example of how you can just build your own custom, like, use case tools now.
Yep. It's that simple. So, and I did an interesting workflow, which, I mean, you really can't tell. What I did was I removed the watermark, brought it back to Runway, upscaled it, and then now I have a quote unquote 4K resolution of my Cameo, and then upload it to socials. And another thing that I did is I made my Cameo public, so now you can go inside Sora and just do stuff with me. And the cool thing now, which I don't know if it was available because I never really explored it, inside Sora you can set restrictions. So restrictions to your Cameo, so like what kind of stuff you want to be involved in, be part of. So I put stuff like don't make me say profanity or doing like violence or anything illicit and stuff. So yeah, because my kids are gonna be watching this, so I was like, yeah. So it's cool that
Dad,
they give
what'd you do?
Yeah, like why are you smoking crack? So like don't want to be doing
there
that.
You go, dude.
Yeah. Give it a try, Jonny.
Well, it's good stuff. Cheers way. I mean, you might convince me just knowing that, like, I can go in there and use your Cameo, I did see my wife actually showed me a great Sora piece last night. We have a boxer. Our dog is a boxer, which, if anybody's familiar with boxers, they're just like the goofiest. Yeah, man, they're just like free entertainment, They just have this, like, amazing dumb look on their face all the time, which is one of my favorite things about them. But somebody did a Sora boxer MD, and it's like almost in these like it's like Grey's Anatomy or something, and it's these high pressure medical situations, but it's just like a boxer dog as the doctor. So it's pretty incredible.
Dude, have you seen that video of I think they use a boxer dog where some Asian dude is doing the voiceover for the dog. So
no.
Okay, I'll just show you rather than tell you because it's hilarious.
Okay.
Before we go into yours. Oh God. So the dad wanted to do a video of the dog who passed away, the dog speaking to the kid, right? So it was like, I'm in heaven, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It is so
it's
bad.
all good.
Yeah, it's all good. So okay, I'll show you. Oh God, this is okay. Here we go.
I don't think the audio's on.
No audio. Here we go.
There we go.
I hired the only voice actor that responded to my Craigslist ad to be the dog, but when we showed it to the owner's child...
Oh, it's me, Maddie. I'm in heaven now.
So sorry I died. I miss you so much.
I'm happy here because I'm not on the road.
Why doesn't talk like that?
However,
oh no.
Oh.
Goodbye.
It's okay.
It's so stupid.
Oh, that's great. So stupid, so good.
Oh God.
I'm happy here.
Yeah. But anyway.
Everybody's got a specific voice for their dog. Yeah, you gotta know what that is and capture it, So good. R.I.P. Maddie. All right, let me share. Let's get back to sharing some cool stuff we came across this week. Dude, this was really rad. It's a type designer, Rem_Owl, and they made this multiverse type, so it almost like has these different glitches, but you just see it, glitching out almost like it's stuck in a multiverse or, a fractal multiverse. But I thought this was really rad. Just kind of a genius, simple concept, but executed really well. So really dug that. This was a piece I found. Shout out my homeland, New Mexico. But thought this was absolutely incredible. So Rose B. Simpson brought her sculptural custom cars to the Bosque for this museum exhibit, but they essentially apply what are like these traditional kind of, you see these on pottery in different pieces from like the Pueblo tribe, but they're applying them and they do this like, yeah, dude, I've got all sorts of pottery with this same sort of like tone on tone stuff, but applied to these lowriders, which I love a lowrider, but just thought these were so rad. And again, like creativity, man, like you don't have to invent something new. Take something that's been around forever and like change the context, right? So she's taking these traditional patterns that traditionally show up on pottery and just applying them to vehicles, and it just changes everything about it, and it creates something new just by changing the context. So I thought this was a great example of that, in just like such rad pieces. I mean, you can see the type of kind of motifs that, yeah, you traditionally see in those contexts, but it just kind of changes everything when you apply them to a vehicle. So I thought that was super rad. Wanted to share. Let me go back here. And then this was kind of the main piece. I wanted to share. Really great new ad featured on Ad Age. D_and AD. But they made this great piece about, is creativity dead? Let me, so they have it. I like this format they presented in too. So they started with almost just like the manifesto. It wasn't AI, it wasn't social media, it wasn't short form or phone cameras. It was you. It was every person who wrote thought pieces instead of thinking, who scrolled instead of doing. It was every critic, every passenger, every excuse, everyone who said, "What can I do?" Yeah, man, I think they like absolutely nail it. And then they've got a really cool motion piece here.
Yeah. Creativity is dead. It wasn't AI. Yep. Okay, so it's that it's that written piece and done in motion. It's really cool. Get some ideas from this for the Evolve or Die.
So a little long, but you get the idea. Really rad,
dude. Yeah. I mean, we've been saying this. We've been saying, and I agree. Like as a huge promoter of AI, and like a huge user, right? I've been using AI more than like anything. I often agree, right? I think what this tool has done, the AI tools have done, is just like it's given like a very hard reset, and it's making creators and artists realize it's like, oh, it's never been about the tool. It's been about the person, the mind, what you consume,
the perspectives,
the perspective, right? It's always been about that, and if you're a craftsman, you'll be able to tell that story in a very unique way that kind of stands out on its own without really you putting too much effort in it, right? And without being so reliant on like the company brand, the tool that you're using, because that's what it was back in the. Oh, I shot this with an iPhone 15. Oh no, I'm the guy who uses Mac. Oh no, I'm the guy who shoots with red cameras. I'm the guy who uses Minolta. Like, it's not about that anymore, right? It's like, I want to see Jonny's work. Period. I don't care how he did it. I just want to see how he thinks and sees the world.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Right. Creativity, it extends beyond the means by which you use to express it, right? It is having a unique perspective, having something to say, having something to express. And like we always talk about, like, AI is facing this uphill battle where people think like it's stripped out the creative process, it's stripped out creative thinking. And as people like very deep in the bubble and are using these tools, we know like that is not the case at all. There's so much process involved. There's so much thinking that goes into it. There's so much experimentation. The same way with like somebody with paints on a canvas, right? They're playing around with different brush strokes and mixing different inks. Like, we're jumping around to these different generative tools and doing the same thing and figuring out like, how can I take a generation from this and add it over here, and then add my own custom typography and then bring that into a different model and bring it to life. So, and I think that's like part of our goal with like this show, the company we're building, right? Is like, we want to show that like craft is not dead. We're just applying it to these new tools, and we're able to achieve new things with them. Right? It's not stripping out our creativity, it's amplifying it. And that's the drum we're going to keep beating on, and we're going to keep making rad shit and show people like, you're all wrong about this, right? So and I thought that was just like a kind of showcased exactly where we're at. And it's people, I just love that first line. It was the people who wrote think pieces instead of thinking. It's like, everybody's just like talking. It's like, go make some shit, go experiment with this stuff. And if you're a creative that's been like hesitant to like use these tools, like go explore, and you'll very quickly see like, oh man, like this is just a new way for me to express myself, to bring, you know, whatever is inside of me that wants to get out to the world. And that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, that's what I had.
Agree 100. I want to share give my artist spotlight over here. A page that I've been liking. That has been we have here JCB, Juan Carlos Beltran from Mexico and US. He's a photographer and AI experiment tinkerer, and I just love the style that he's been like, you know, showing.
Yeah, dude, look at that, gorgeous.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Wow.
And all this is so inspiring. Look at that.
And again, like a lot of like composing of images, right? I'm sure layering things together, having a distinct vision, probably doing hundreds, if not thousands of iterations, and then curating those and then combining the best pieces. So it's no different than, you know, traditional creative process you'd find from a photographer.
Like, I don't know what tools this guy is using, but sure, these tools do help you, right? But you're still art directing, and like I'm thinking about, I mean, this is obviously not my piece, but I would be thinking about like contrast, juxtaposition. I'll be thinking about like texture, you know, thinking about everything like art. We have framing, we have lighting, all these things.
Yeah, dude, the leading lines, the way the like hood is leading you right into the plants down there, and that's where the light is part of the composition is, right? This is all photography 101 stuff.
Yeah. And if you're not prompting for it, you're looking for it, right? Because obviously these models aren't trained on good material. So look at this. It's really cool.
Ooh, love that.
Yeah, let's look a few more over here. This is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Man. Just even like they're clearly calling out like some sort of like certain film or tone too, right? Because like AI by default is not going to give you that sort of like desaturated colors and like the richness of the skin. Yeah, these are fantastic. Great find.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so go give this guy a follow. Love his stuff. I need to spend more time watching his stuff, and usually that's what I do. I spend time looking at people's work. Like, how can I replicate that and steal from it, and then just add it to my, you know, to my tool set. So
good artist borrow, great artist steal.
Absolutely. Oh man, this is right up your alley there with your
dude. The flaming horse.
Yeah.
AI has unlocked this new like surrealist movement that I'm here for, man.
I am totally here for that. I need to do more of this. But yeah, that's JCB, Juan Carlos Beltran. Cool profile. Killing it. So you know what? Let's continue talking about Sora. We'll watch this one more time.
Ball no more. It's Chia Sway.
Just spread.
Watch the magic grow.
Hydrate me, baby.
From chrome to lawn. Order now. Operator standing by.
Looking fresh, huh? Ooh, wink.
Call the number on your screen.
Like, look at the porcelain shoes.
Hydrate me, baby.
Hydrate me, baby.
What your kids say? Think about that.
I just like, is that? And they know it's me, but they just like, I showed my son actually. I showed him this video last night. He was like, how did you do that? I'm like, oh, it's a long story. You're gonna have to Watch
Have
the
a
live
seat.
stream
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Tune in. I'll tell you.
That low mic go, words glow. Sora takes the rhymes and gives them video, though. From
What?
the backyard, go to the booth. This flipping text into moving pictures, algorithmic vision. I drop a line and paints a frame, vivid, cinematic, vertical, every grain, liquid, open.
Dude, that's insane. That was actually my first cameo. I got 2 more here to show, and a couple of comments on Sora.
We're inside Block D of the Old County Prison, and this meter's losing its mind. Look at that. Red Line City. Off the chart. Something's hanging around here. Tonight we're after the legend. The ghost of a rooster named Rooster. And maybe his whole chicken crew. Laugh if you want, but the readings say otherwise. Check the floor. Eggshells. Everywhere. In a prison.
Oh. Good jump scare.
Yeah, I love that one. That was like I did that like at 12 in the morning. Oh, I prompted for it.
That seems like a 2 a.m. creation.
Yeah. So which one is this one? Oh, okay. Here's a fun one.
The ghost of a rooster named Rooster.
A ghost of a rooster named Rooster. Yeah.
It'd be a great album title for something.
Rooster. Here comes a rooster.
You will not bind me. You crumble like echoes in a stone hall. I walk through the ghosts of your grip, and every chain snaps in my wake. The past doesn't own me. It cannot hold me. I am free.
I wanted the guy to be. I wanted him to be opera singing. I wanted him to be opera singing about how the past is not holding him back in this like empty stadium surrounded by anthropomorphic fishes and like fried eggs. I don't know why I'm thinking about these things, but I am. Okay, so yeah.
These are reoccurring themes in your work.
Reoccurring dreams and themes. Okay, so this
really.
Well, I don't know. I guess. Well, people say
I think a lot of it is maybe you're just hungry a lot. You're thinking about
that could be
breakfast tacos.
Well, I just love eggs. Could be that. I just love eggs. Inside Sora, you could do something called, I think they call it a remix, where you can take someone's prompt. So they already generated the video, they made it public. You can take their prompt and edit it. So with that, you can take the prompt and you can modify it as much as you want, or you can just say, hey, plug me into the scene, and you can. So I did this with one of David Clark's. He's like, he's a producer, filmmaker. If you know him, he's on X, and one of the creative directors. He's a creative director or chief creative officer for Promise AI. And he has this really cool scene inside Sora that he generated. I'm like, all right, I want to become the protagonist. And check this out. And what I did is I replaced a protagonist with myself and the monster with a Maine Coon cat. So here it is.
Dude. So crazy.
Yep. That's insane.
This is the first steps towards having entire films where you'll be able to insert yourself as the protagonist,
Yep.
I think which is fascinating. I like the giant Maine Coon cat too. It's pretty terrifying at that scale,
Like I told Dave, it was just asking for it. It was asking for a cat. Originally, I would show you guys on the Sora website, but the Sora website is still wonky. It works better on the app. So every time, at least for me, every time I try to like browse and look through stuff, it just crashes on me. So there's no bueno. But we'll provide links to the original and stuff. But big shout out to that to these guys doing stuff, because I get inspired by them, and they get credit for it too. So that's really neat. It's really neat. It's a good job in building the community.
Yep. We're in like a different level of like remix culture, where it's just like you create an ingredient, put it out there in the world, and then it just gets remixed 1,000 different ways. And I think again, things we were kind of early to was like a couple years ago with like the, you know, the 6079 stuff we were doing in the Brain Fist, and kind of giving that symbol to the community and then letting them make 1,000 different iterations of it. That's just kind of continued to grow and evolve. Yeah, and it's cool, man. It's just like it's a different type of collaboration. And if you can just put ego aside, make something cool and put it out there in the world, like it's really fun to see. I had this experience actually like 10 years ago, which I don't even know if we've talked about this way, but I made it was early on when Facebook started to do Facebook Marketplace, and they were doing like little sticker sets because they wanted to create like sticker sets that were based around commerce, where people could, you know, send each other stuff back and forth. And so they basically tasked me with that. I came up with a character called Piggy Banks, which was just this silly little pig, right? And all these like, you've got a deal, double or nothing, you know, stuff like that, sold. And it just made this little vector character into a bunch of different poses. And then it just became a meme. There was this giant Facebook community called the Angry Hell that was basically just like people, internet trolls. And they started using it, and they would say like, they would just say talk shit and say the most terrible things to each other, and then have this expressive little pig at the end. And it just totally became a meme. And then eventually, like, they had Piggy Banks Hell, it had its own like Facebook group. There were literally tens of thousands of people in there. I was getting emails left and right. They're like, "You're the creator of Piggy Banks. Will you like come on and do an interview with us?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." But it was a trip, man. It's fun to like put something out in the world, see it taken to a place where you never would have like expected or intended, and just be like, all right, cool. Well, it's resonating in a way that I hadn't necessarily planned for, but it's obviously means something to people. So cool.
Jonny, you are the master of mascots.
That's right, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's really me cool. A mascot.
We had the opportunity of you showing us how you end up building out Piggy Banks, and you showed us your mood board for that.
Right.
And we ran it through a couple of tests with the early features dropped inside Illustrator and Photoshop and stuff. And you guys don't know where that is, go check out our YouTube. It's somewhere in there. And
yep.
Yeah, dude, these tools are just becoming like insane. And to your point, if you don't take yourself, I've always said it, like, don't take yourself seriously and don't take your work too seriously, or take your work seriously, but don't take yourself seriously.
Yeah,
this is just, we've always said it, this is just us jazz improvisation together, and we're just learning from each other. And like, it's a call and response, we're inspiring each other. And everyone is so obsessed, like, we want to build the business, we want to make the film. Like, yeah, but there's other things that you can do, to build the personal brand, to create awareness of who you are as a creator, to learn the tools as you go, as you create with the community. And there's something special about that. It's obviously not for everyone. It takes a specific kind of person to appreciate that kind of culture. But it's a very rewarding one if you, take the risk and just poke around, get involved with the community. And I do that in all sorts of ways, Jonny. I'm very active on X, very active on my personal Discord and other Discords. And I've been poking on Threads lately. I'm like, how's the community in Threads? And like, you can find me there. Community on Instagram. It's like, because all these different siloed platforms, everyone's kind of like on the same page, but not on the same page, thinking differently. But you kind of have to diversify yourself as an artist that way too, if you want to create some awareness of, of your brand. But yeah, it's the best way to learn, man, is just to co-create.
Yep. Good way to put it.
So we got Nano Banana Pro, right? It's been out, I don't think, more than a week. I think it'll be good for us to just watch the promo video they dropped, and then we can go ahead, talk about it, and start showing some of the stuff that you and I have been working on using Nano Banana Pro. I have not used it extensively or aggressively as I wanted to, because I'm like hopping around doing a bunch of other things. But I am really impressed with it. I am super impressed at the you mentioned earlier the resolution, 1K, 2K, 4K. I'm impressed at like the multi-reference and how it's more than just an editing model. Now it's an image model, and it's also using Gemini 3 as for reasoning, right? So if you're, if the internet knows who Johnny Ashcroft is, and there's some like resources to back that up, sources to back that up, that usually appears in the design, so that works a lot with celebrities and stuff like that. The vision model is able to identify it and just add more context to the results. It's just such a great tool. For those who haven't played with it yet, it's available on a lot of platforms. The best place to start is inside Gemini, Google's Gemini. So if you have a Gmail account or a paid Google Workspace, go in there, mess around with it. Just turn on the image mode and have a ball. But let's react to this or watch this to kind of set this up for us.
This is your new creative partner, Nano Banana Pro, from Google, built on Gemini 3. Gemini 3 understands your world. So with Nano Banana Pro, you can reflect it, bend it, reimagine it. Take the complex and make it clear with detailed infographics, intricate diagrams, and text in any style you choose. You can give your imagination shape and form. Craft a brand, visualize it, and then see it everywhere. And when you want to tell a story, Google's Nano Banana Pro gives you control across color, focus, and lighting.
Crazy.
Vivid 4K.
Wow.
In every aspect ratio. And with every image securely watermarked. Nano Banana Pro, for your next idea that starts anywhere and ends wherever you take it.
Yeah, impressive stuff. Like, we've said previously, I feel like Nano Banana Pro is the sort of AI evolution of Photoshop, like with its editing capabilities and what it unlocks. It's like all of the things we used to use Photoshop for, right? But now you can achieve them in super speed with this model. And again, like you have to have a vision for what you want to do. You have to have the vocabulary to describe it, right? And then you just kind of like art direct these models through what you want to see happening. And dude, I've been having like such a fun time just like art directing and writing my own prompts. And it just makes me so thankful that I was like, up to this point, right, I have experience as an art director, so I know what that really looks like. But to be able to like do it with these models and just get like these results and like work through a piece with them, work through a composition with them, like whatever it may be. But I'm just so thankful I have that like language and understanding in those fundamentals to describe what I want to see. And again, I tell people all the time, like, creatives that are coming up right now, I'm like, learn the fundamentals. Like they've never been more important. Because if you have a strong understanding of that, like you can speed run all of those middle parts of the process. And then again, you take that, you tweak that, you add whatever, like you still want to do your, your typography or whatever it is, like you still do that. But yeah, dude, this, again, like the first Nano Banana was an absolute game changer, but this just takes it to another level. And like, at this point for the type of work we're doing, it's the model I'm using like 95% of the time. Same.
And, I couldn't agree more with learning the fundamentals. These tools should encourage you to go there and continue your education, to continue building on the craft, right? As an artist, as an art director, creative director. And I don't only say it, but I'm also a practitioner of like the very thing I'm saying. Like Domestika. I don't know if you've ever heard that platform, Domestika.
Yeah.
It's a great platform, affordable, and like I keep buying courses there left and right. Last course I bought was one on product photography, and one of the reasons why I love Domestika so much is because it takes you through several exercises, but before they do, they give you an intro of you get an intro of who's teaching the course, and it's the second video that follows after you get to know the person more that really gets me, is where the person expands on their influence and starts name dropping, sharing books, and like, dude, because of that, I've bought so many books, on like photo montaging, Photoshop, surrealism, and now I'm getting into like product photography and just last night I was watching, I was continuing the course and like, Rene Magritte and Salvador Dali and a bunch of other names that I've never heard of. Like, okay, taking notes, go to Pinterest, look, okay. And then I'm like, okay, I want to recreate that, what this artist did. And I'm all over the place, but that's the new way of learning now, that's how you really dive deep. And I just want to show you quickly, just to share with people a little bit of my process and my world. I've been using Runway workflows a lot, and I got to credit Salma on providing this resource over here.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is a template that you can feed to the Gemini 3 model, and the model takes this along with the image reference and creates these, this grid with your product, right? So I did that. The prompt is, follow this. I put template. Good thing these models are very forgiving.
Yeah, they're reasoning models. Yeah.
And this example is, I literally started doing this in the morning. Wasn't getting the best results, but I think it's a good illustration of what I want to present here. Just for context, I told it image 2 is the front, image 3 is the side, image 4 is the back. Obviously, image 1 is this template over here. So having it connect to actual references from the
shout out Teenage Engineering.
Yeah,
one of our favorites
is hot right now. Been seeing it a lot in my feed. Can't afford the damn thing. It's too damn expensive.
Yeah, they got some premium products for sure.
So I don't know if the size is accurate, right? But man, this is a good starting point, right?
Yep.
So, all these different angles and it's just neat. It's just neat that you can.
It's great, dude.
Graphics to go along with it, like different hero shots and close-ups and like lifestyle and that sort of thing. It's like, yeah.
And again, like we're generating ingredients, right? And then we can take those, we can expand on those, we can create entire campaigns around them.
Agree. The cool thing is that you're not you're not limited to just using Gemini 3. You can obviously start mixing and matching. You can use other models. I've seen people use Flux. I've seen people use, Runway Gen 4 for image generation, and then just build on top, refine, upscale, enhance, and edit and stuff. There's so many different kind of workflows you can do here. And I want to show you this one example, and then I'll probably just kind of skim through the rest here. I took the Olipop drink. This is something that we've been doing with some of the product packaging that you've done, Jonny, where I take the hero product and I start placing it in different scenes and environments. But in this case, the prompt is really simple. In this case, what I did is Runway has a product mock-up generator. So it looks like it just operates like a template, and it has all these sort of already behind the scenes prompt presets. So it created this with very minimal prompting. But if you zoom in, I can't zoom in here. If you zoom in, we get, the text reads funny, right? This is using Gen 4, or no, I think it was using the old Gemini Gemini, the OG Gemini. So I took this image and use it as a reference, attach some like close-ups for more referencing, and then brought it back to like Gemini 3. And it did a killer job here.
Look at that.
Where the text, at least here, it's more legible. You see, and it's very accurate.
Yep.
Versus the other one was just fuzzy.
Dude, and as somebody who used to like design packaging and then have to spend more time creating the mock-ups than the actual packaging, like this is such an unlock and so incredible.
This is the one version where the text is a bit, off and wonky and fuzzy. And here it's just way more accurate because I gave it that extra like punched in, like this is how it's supposed to read, And like, okay, minimal Photoshop editing here. It's very light. Now you can still take it to Lightroom or whatever and do like a little small finessing here and there, but most of the heavy lifting is like, it's already been done.
Yep.
Now you get to the fun
and
part.
Again, it's like speed run certain parts of the process, right? Yeah, dude, I'm excited for you to show some of our projects and the kind of portfolio build out we've been doing.
Can you tell us a little bit about the cold brew coffee? You did the product packaging.
Yeah, dude. So this is a client I'm still working with. Cartel used to be Cartel Coffee Lab. They've changed to Cartel Roast & Co. Based out of Arizona, very high-end coffee company, started near ASU, like out of Tempe, Arizona. And I think they've got like over 10 stores in Arizona. They're expanding into California now. They're going to be opening a store in West Hollywood soon. So they're doing like a new flagship LA store. But one of their kind of iconic products from early on was their cold brew. They were early on, around the time with like Stumptown, where cold brew was really becoming a thing and establishing that kind of product in the market. So this is a packaging project for their cold brew I did several years ago, where they were kind of making it this sub-brand called Black Market. But we had this entire idea of doing like, a topographical map with this sort of tonal thing going on, and then these little nice like poppy gradients, like came up with this Thunderbird concept for them. So really an entire kind of brand build out, and you see it all come together in this packaging, which was really fun. And they had, we applied this to like, they had cold brew, they had coffee bags, and then they had these incredible little pour overs, like mobile pour overs. Yeah, there you go. There's some of the stuff there. So that was like the entire line build out. But great product, great brand, had a blast working on it. And it's fun to like, sort of see it come back and take on this new dimension with some of the work you're doing for it right now.
Oh, dude, it's insane what we could do with it. So you're doing the product packaging, the labeling, and you're thinking about dimension,
creating the brand, applying it to the packaging, coming up, figuring out like, oh, we can do like a UV print with this kind of matte finish, and then hit the UV on the topo, so you get that little color gradient, right? So like thinking through every little finishing detail on this stuff.
That's insane, because all of that is seen once you take these concepts and throw it into AI. It's enhanced. So
yep.
I'm going to show you guys over here what I'm talking about. It's like it's very minimal effort. Here the prompts have changed, and I could show you the prompts for all these other ones, but this was some midnight explorations that I was doing. Can't swimming and it was late night, and I'm the king of tacos. Because sometimes like I'm working on
another great name for something, Midnight Explorations.
Explorations, exactly. Because sometimes the thing here is like I'm midnight, like I'm upstairs, I'm not down here. So like I'm next to my wife. My wife is doing some extra work, and like I'm just on the bed, like on my laptop, on my 13-inch laptop. And I'm an idiot. Sometimes like I'm writing the prompt when I'm in a workspace, and the workspace is like this small, right? Like because I am too lazy to zoom in. I was like, damn it, I should just zoom in and I write it in, but I'm like, yeah. So anyways, yep. I torture myself. So prompt is simple. I wanted this product in a pool of ice and caffeine. right? And very happy here with the results. I was doing the variations between with caffeine, no caffeine, just ice, overhead shots, close-ups, and then started introducing and interacting with other elements and objects here, like a very hero shot. So this is pretty neat. Obviously added some sweat to the can.
Yeah, dude, the water droplets are insane. And again, like, you could kind of do this with the first Nano Banana, but like the text and graphic accuracy, like this wasn't possible until like last week, right? So we're like, oh man, we can do like insane product photography now.
Yeah, dude, it's just insane. And like, look at this drop over the F. Right? It's just, it's perfect. It's so realistic, you know? Let me show you the other
Makes
one.
me want a cold brew.
I do want a cold brew. I do want one. So I would love for you to show this to these guys, and they're gonna flip. They're gonna flip on like, you know, how we can just enhance the brand. Just like here, I'm adding multiple of cans, right? Just based off of one. And the prompting is, again, it's pretty straightforward. Sweaty can, resting on ice, product shot, dramatic lighting, a collection, and I don't know what the rest says here. But I can copy and
Oftentimes, I think especially I found with, oh, I love that in the back of the truck, dude. That fits the brand so well.
Yep.
I was going to say, especially with like Nano Banana Pro, sometimes like less is more with the prompt, you know, like just keep it very focused and straightforward, and you get better results that way.
True. Sometimes it's like I am Googling for product shots. So it's like, okay, product shots for food and beverages or drinks. I'm like, okay. And then I'm observing that shot and I'm looking at, we've often talked about like, and this is where everything comes together, Jonny, like my early mornings when I'm out there in my green room, just sitting, looking at space and observing, looking at my plants and like looking at texture, looking at the plants and just trying to, you know, create all these layers of textures and things that are in front of me, right? All that applies to like real life, right? So the same thing, like I wanted a red concrete wall that'll complement, you know, the drink and a different texture for the tile. And, you know, the action of the drink being poured, slices of apple, because this is a, you know, apple cider. And then how about an apple tree in the back? Very minimalism. And then you can be more detailed with where the shadows are pointing and the lighting is coming from, top light, whatever. But less, again, is more. And I'm very happy how this came out.
Dude, the slice of apple on the glass is genius. I love presenting it like a cocktail, you know, because like that was like what this brand was all about. Again, customer mind, Square Mile Cider, developed a brand, developed the packaging. And again, now kind of taking it to the next level by just handing off my kind of packaging files to Sway and getting these incredible product photos. Got the owl in there, like, dude,
playing around with that. I wasn't very happy with the depth, but I'm like, okay, I like where it's going. You know, I was trying to go with a more realistic shot. Maybe the aspect ratio doesn't really help for this kind of action, but like I'm still, you know, processing all of this and like you might
it's all part of the process.
It's all part of the process. You might not get the result you want, but if it's close to it, it's like, all right, this thing is working. Keep going, keep iterating, or just get rid of the damn owl. You know. So I love how the owl over here looks like an apple, like a chopped apple.
Oh, dude. I mean, there's a new concept for you.
Right?
Apple owl?
Apple owl. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Little findings. So,
dude, this is so fun. And again, this is like, right, we're just now like getting into this stuff and being like, oh, wow, we have these new capabilities that, again, like very much kind of, right, bolt on to all of our other skill sets. So like, let's add this to the stack of what we can offer.
One more thing I want to show, because I know we're running tight on time.
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
Before we dive into this, big shout out to Gizm Akdag. Sorry for chopping your name. I think I stopped sharing. Let me share again. She came up with an amazing prompt. I think she originally came up for ChatGPT, which you can tell by like the yellow tint. She repurposed this prompt down here create a high resolution 3D render of whatever design as an inflatable puffy object. She repurposed it and used it for Nano Banana Pro, and I thought the results were amazing. I'm like,
Those
okay,
are sick.
cool. I saw some other dude add like one of those blower machines attached to it at the bottom. I'm like, okay, let me add that and recreate our Jonny punk mascot, which is
wacky waving inflatable armband.
Yeah. Oh, man, I should have done that. He's not that wacky, but this.
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
A punk claymation. Hey, that's the.
Hey,
you look like the guy that's over here. Hey, same jacket, same patch. Cool. Love it. So we got this going on, which is our Jonny, our punk Jonny, 6079 punk Jonny, and using that prompt that I shared with you guys, that Gizm, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Gizm shared with us. I just literally copy and pasted that, used Jonny as a reference, and came up with this results.
So good.
Yeah, I prompted for you to be attached to strings and have that kind of like, stake to the grass, and then here I have not seen this, but let's see if it works. Not what I was going for, but
oh boy,
yeah. You're probably feeling dizzy right now, Jonny, in real life.
I am.
So,
dude, I was gonna say this is very on brand for feels like a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. The inflatable.
Someone's gonna do that. Someone's gonna do that.
That one's good. I like just the subtle wave.
Yeah, I like that. Add a little extra blur there. I don't know what this looks like, an alternator. And then there's this one. That's so fun.
Yeah, dude.
Fun. Yeah,
that's how I'm feeling right now.
Floating in the air.
Dude, I love the way that like the claymation style kind of transferred to that. Right. And again, like process. It's like we went from a photo to this kind of claymation style we've been developing, and now this like inflatable balloon style, and like you can just kind of go and iterate and take it places you probably didn't initially imagine, but are fun to explore.
Some might say we're augmenting our imagination.
Dude, we might just be doing exactly that. Dude, good stuff, Sway. Thanks for sharing.
Hey man, it's never a boring day. I love doing all of this because it inspires me and it just adds more to the knowledge. So love these kind of explorations. And we get to recycle and repurpose, use this for our client work, do this stuff for fun, present these things to our clients. So those who are looking for someone to guide you to use these tools, we offer also consulting services, creative services, doing stuff for food and beverages, restaurants, social branding, commercial. We do it all, baby. And it's just fun. It's just fun doing these things, man.
Yep. Absolute blast.
Yeah. So
yeah, dude, like you said, what's one of the things we're realizing is there's so much education required around these new capabilities, because like we're trying to like, offer this stuff to clients and they don't even know what that means. So we've got some ideas around some cool education we'll do around that, like getting sort of a educational blog going that will be part of our website. So all things we've got in the works.
Yeah, we're more than happy to take you by the hand, because I know it could get confusing, show you the workflows, talk about Nano Banana and all these like funky terms. Yeah, we're using Flux and Nano Banana, and like it sounds like a cult, like you're in some sort of like wacky, quirky cult. But yeah,
or just some weird language that nobody knows what anything means.
For real. But more than happy to help those who are just more like running operations, running a marketing department, and really don't have the time to dive deep into the tools. We could show you the easy way to do things, the more complex way to do things, and just to get the results that you're looking for.
Yep. That's what we're here for.
How we're doing with time? Can we do one more thing? I think we were
dude. We've got a couple minutes left. Should we wrap up with our turkey?
Let's do that. Yeah,
our turkey experiment we wanted to do here.
Let's do that.
Let's do this live here. So, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I was feeling nostalgic thinking about the old hand turkey drawing. So sketched out my hand, added some turkey details, and I thought, let's see what happens. I'm working out of Fuser here, but let's see what happens if we basically do a style transfer again using Nano Banana Pro. Looks like they're saying it now offers 4K and Flux, which is awesome.
Sweet.
And just say, render out image 01, the turkey drawing in the style of image 02, the realistic photo of the turkey. And let's see what happens here. And this is how easy it is, right? Like, come up with a concept, get a couple reference images, learn some of these node workflows, and then see what happens.
What I love about Fuser is how you don't need to go ahead and pull an extra node for texting. It's all one with the model.
It's so seamless and nice, and like I just love their UI. I love the ability to just kind of drag and drop stuff. Oh, that didn't work.
How about you try without the turkey, the real turkey, and just say, hey, turn this sketch into a real turkey.
There you go.
You'll probably get a better result with that.
This is all part of the process, right? You got to try things out.
Oh, for sure.
See what happens there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, probably one of the reasons why it didn't do it because of the aspect ratio. Both are like different. So maybe you'll have better luck here. Dun, 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 dun,
oh, that's
my
too
God.
real.
Close.
Yeah. Let's do this. Use the same composition and line work as the sketch, but imagine it as a real turkey isolated on a white background.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that. Yeah. It's getting there. It's hilarious, dude.
I mean, that's definitely got the hand there, but I was hoping for something more grotesque and crazy. It'd probably help too if this was like solid, or if the background was black. Creating contrast helps often.
No, I think it should get it. It should get it. What happened?
I mean, that's
close.
That's not bad. Yeah,
well, you can actually prompt for that grotesque style. Just add grotesque and it'll do it.
Yeah, let's try that. Make it grotesque. Ooh, that's a tough one to spell. I got it.
You got it. Fortunately, you're not me.
It's a pretty good hand, though. It's definitely there.
It's there. What's the story behind the turkey again? You drew this?
Like this thing? It was just something. Oh my God. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
That's right on it.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
There's our turkey. So there you go.
Goodness.
A little bit of trial and error there. Definitely grotesque. Looks like something our homie Blacklight would make. So
for real, Blacklight, of Underworld, upscale this and add more details in there.
Oh yeah. So there you go. There's our turkey experiment. Bring back the the crafts you used to do in kindergarten and try it with AI. It's fun.
Yeah,
see what happens.
It's hilarious. What a time to be alive and to just be creative, man. it's hilarious. If you're not doing this and not creating with friends and you're all alone, you're doing it wrong. Go find someone, a community, a tribe, or come join us. Send us your art. Send us the stuff that you've been. Oh man, I promised some people that I was going to showcase some of their art. Forgive me. We'll probably talk about it on Friday. Some people actually DM me after the spaces with their stuff. So I promise you, we're gonna talk about your art, the stuff that you guys did, and just keep sending stuff my way, and Johnny's way, or Patrick's way, and
we do this every week, and we do the live stream and the spaces, so lots of opportunity to share what you're working on, talk about it. So yeah, send us what you're making, and let's show it to the world.
Yeah, so many things we didn't talk about, Johnny. We have Sam3, we have Flux, we have MJ's, Midjourney's Style Creator, and much more. We'll get to that. We'll talk about it a little bit on Friday and get to it next week. And every Wednesday we do these live spaces. Every Friday we do our X spaces, our audio streams. So same time, same station here on X and on YouTube. So join us. It was fun, Johnny.
It was fun. Perfect way to slide into the holiday here. So I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this live.
Yep.
And if you're watching it after the fact, hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, let's end it there. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanks, y'all. Peace.